Hi, welcome to AwkwardHamster. Today we'll be taking a look at this Campark DC02 dash cam. And let's first take a look at some of the specs printed on the back of the box over here. For the front camera, it's a very wide angle, 170 degrees. For the rear camera, it's about 120 degrees. The front camera is 1080p. The rear camera is 720. Since it's a dash cam, it does support loop recording. Nothing else on the side of the packaging. Let's open this up. Here's the main unit. I'll get to this shortly. Let's see what else is in here. So here's the wiring for the rear camera. The wiring itself is about 16 feet. I do know that they would offer, I think it's a 24 footer if requested. So for folks out there that's using a tow vehicle, you might want the longer one. Here's a mini USB cable. Here's a cigarette power adapter. Inputs at 12 to 24 volts. Outputs at 5 volt, 1.5 amps. And it's also the mini USB type of connection. The cord length has got to be at least 10 feet. Here's some adhesive cable organizers. An adhesive mount. Here's the front camera windshield suction mount. If I loosen this piece over here, I can adjust the angle. And here's a little pry bar. It's a plastic tool used to help me essentially pry open for the A-pillars. Just pry up a little bit. That way I can better hide the cords. It's great that they provide this. If you ever lose it, you can always use like a plastic fork. Here's some support information. And here's the user manual. Here I'm just showing some pages from the user manual. Even though it says class 10, 32 gigabytes, in the description it does say that it can support up to 64 gig micro SD card. Here are some of the interface buttons. Setup instructions and suggestions. If you're recording, I'm trying to get to the specs page here. So here's the specs of the unit. 3-inch LCD screen, records at H.264. And here are some common problems and solutions. So here's the dash cam. Power is right here on the top. This is where I'll plug in the rear camera. OK menu, lock, power. Up, it seems like select, down, the slot for the micro SD card, and the 3-inch LCD display. All right, I'm going to install this and let's see how well it works. Here's a look at the camera's menu system. Press this button and enter, and press OK. So it just supports 1080, 720, or VGA, which is essentially 640. I'm going to leave it at 1080. All dash cams, they all support loop recording. If they don't, they're not really a dash cam. 3 minutes, I'll leave it at 3 minutes. WDR, I tend to leave that on. Better nighttime performance. Exposure, motion detection, audio recording. Depending on what state you're in, you might want to turn this off. Daytime stamp, G sensor. So this one's like if I get hit or if I hit something. But speed bumps, if I hit a speed bump pretty hard, that will trigger this too. Parker monitoring. What else is there? Daytime, auto power off. Sure, after 1 minute. Beep sounds, light frequency. Since I'm in the US, I have to set this to 60 hertz. Screensaver. I'll turn that off. Plate number. I don't have a fleet, so I'm just going to keep that off. I'm going to format my current micro SD card that's in here. And then reset to default version. This is the version of the software that's installed on here. And that's it. Installation is very simple. To engage the suction on the windshield mount, essentially just turn it. If I want to loosen it, turn it counterclockwise. If I want to tighten it, turn this way again. And once it's angled properly, I'll just tighten that little screw over there. Now for the pros and cons. The first pro is that this dash cam offers a very wide angle field of view. That's 170 degrees. Now at anything above 160, I notice that there's a bit of barrel distortion, but at 170, it's really not that bad. Although they did include a rear camera, the field of view for the rear camera is only about 120 degrees. Most cars these days, they offer a wide angle field of view for rear cameras, and 120 degrees, that's just too narrow for me. I actually don't mind barrel distortion because most of the time when I'm backing up, I want to see the corners anyway. As for the con, the daytime video quality recording just wasn't that great. I expected the video file. It did record at 1080p at 30 frames, but unless the vehicle in front of me was stopped, I cannot really see the license plate. When the vehicle's in motion, I can't really see any of the cars to my left, to my right, in front of me. Even for the road signs, every now and then I can make it out, especially for those road signs I've seen in the past, or even business signs. But anything else, it's mostly blurry. What I'll recommend is make a checklist of what's important for you for a dash cam, whether it be the price, 1080p, field of view, and see if the pros and cons I found are part of your list. Now this item costs about $45 off Amazon. I'll place the link in the description below. This unit was provided for review. Thanks for watching this video. If you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, feel free to contact me. Bye.